Imagine you're in an interview, everything is going smoothly, and then they ask, "So, what are your short term and long term goals?" If you panic or ramble at this point, you're not alone. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to answer this question in a way that sounds confident, realistic, and perfectly aligned with the job you want. First, why do interviewers even ask about your short-term and long-term goals? They're not just being curious. They're trying to figure out three things. One, whether you plan to stay long enough for them to invest in you. Two, if your ambitions fit the direction of the role and the company. And three, whether you think clearly and realistically about your career. A strong answer reassures them on all three. Let's break down the difference. Short-term goals usually cover the next 6 to 24 months. They're about what you want to learn, improve, and contribute in the role you're applying for. Long-term goals usually cover 3 to 5 years or more. They're about where your career is heading overall and how you'd like to grow in responsibility, impact, or expertise. In interviews, both should connect directly to the job in front of you. Before you decide what to say, you need to understand the company. Start in 3 places: their website, especially the About and Careers pages, recent news or blog posts to see where they're heading, and the job description to see what skills and outcomes matter most. Then ask yourself, which skills are they emphasizing? How does this team create value? Where is the company trying to grow? Your goals should naturally support that direction, not fight it. Here's a simple formula to answer your short-term goals. Think in 3 parts. 1. Skill. What specific skills you want to build or deepen that relate to the role. 2. Contribution. How you want to apply those skills to help the team or company. And 3. Time frame. Usually the next 6 to 18 months. For example, in the short term, I want to deepen my skills in X so I can do Y for this team over the next year. For long-term goals, keep things flexible but directionally clear. Again, think in 3 parts. Direction, the type of role or expertise you're aiming for in 3 to 5 years. Impact, the kind of problems you want to be solving or value you want to create. Alignment, how that fits within the company or industry. For example, long term, I see myself growing into a role where I can lead X or own Y, ideally within an organization like this that focuses on Z. Here's an example for an entry-level marketing role. Short term, in the next 12 to 18 months, my goal is to build a strong foundation in digital marketing, especially in campaign analytics and content strategy. I want to get very comfortable using tools like analytics platforms and AI/B testing so I can help this team run smarter campaigns and directly contribute to improving performance metrics like click-through rates and conversions. And then their long-term goal. Over the next 3 to 5 years, I'd like to grow into a marketing strategist role where I can design campaigns end-to-end and mentor newer teammates. I'm especially interested in working for a company that values data-driven creativity, like yours, so I can keep learning while taking on more ownership of projects and results. Notice how it's ambitious but still realistic and connected to the company. Now an example for an experienced project manager. Short term. In the next 12 months, my primary goal is to get fully up to speed on your processes and key stakeholders, and to successfully lead a few mid-sized projects from kickoff to delivery. I want to apply my experience in cross-functional coordination and risk management to make sure projects land on time and within scope, while continuously improving communication within the team. Then, their long-term goal. Over the next 3 to 5 years, I'd like to move into a senior leadership role where I oversee a portfolio of projects and help shape project management best practices across the organization. I'm particularly interested in coaching newer project managers and building scalable processes that support the company's growth goals. This shows progression, leadership, and alignment with a growing organization. Let's talk about common mistakes. 1, being too vague, like saying, "I just want to grow," without specifics. 2, sounding selfish, focusing only on what you get, not how you'll contribute. 3, describing goals that don't fit the role, like saying you want to switch careers entirely. For being overly rigid or unrealistic, such as promising you'll be a director in 2 years with no experience. You want focused, flexible, and aligned, not extreme. To make your goals sound realistic, measurable, and employer-focused, add small details. Mention time frames like in the next 12 months or over the next few years. Reference specific skills, tools, or responsibilities. Connect your growth to outcomes the employer cares about, like efficiency, revenue, user satisfaction, or team performance. You don't need numbers for everything, but the more concrete your picture, the more believable you sound. Let's recap with a simple template you can copy. 4 short-term goals use. In the next 6 to 18 months, my goal is to build or deepen specific skills so I can specific way you'll contribute in this role. 4 long-term goals use. Over the next 3 to 5 years, I see myself direction of role or expertise where I can type of impact you want to make, ideally within an organization like this, that what you value about the company. Pause the video, plug in your own details, and practice saying it out loud until it feels natural. That's how you turn a tricky question into one of your strongest answers.